Hey, it's the Animal Crossing podcast. I'm your host, N64 Josh, with
N64 Jen.
And it is E3 season, and we're back. We're back. I know we've been gone a while.
Yep. Too long.
Too long. We've been wanting to do this. We just, just life and everything else. But we have put together our own top 10 hopes for Animal Crossing that we're going to hear about on Tuesday from Nintendo. Ooh, we're less than a week away.
So excited.
Are you?
I am. I'm so excited.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous because it didn't make the list of games playable. And I'm like, what if Animal Crossing isn't there?
Yeah.
What?
Then I'll probably cry.
Don't cry. Don't cry. We'll be okay. We'll make it. We'll make it. I think it's there.
Okay.
I think it'll be there. I'll know. I'll probably know Sunday. I'll probably be able to let you know. I'll definitely know Monday when I walk in and see the booths, and hopefully it's Animal Crossing City. That's what we're hoping for, right? Just tons of stuff. So we each have our own list. We haven't looked at each other's lists. We don't know what they are. I'm going to let you guys know. I am beyond excited for this episode. The stuff I have in my list, if some of it happens, if all of it happens, I'll lose my mind. If some of it happens, I will be so very excited. So we're going to let Jen start us off. What's the first thing on your list? Top 10 hopes for Animal Crossing.
Okay. Well, they're not really in any certain order.
That's okay.
Okay. So the first thing I think would be really fun is if at the beginning when you're choosing your sometimes you get to choose where on the map you want your house. I think having a farming option would be really fun. You could live in the country and have more land that's workable, and or not. You could also choose not to. You could choose to still live near the beach if that's more your thing, but I think having an option to have a farm would be fun.
So you could I mean in a sense have an orchard or possibly grow produce instead of just having trees.
Yeah.
Grow produce so that you could sell that. I like it.
But
I like
even new stuff like corn or something. Have a field that you could plow.
I like it. I like
know.
it. That could be interesting. You have to get one of the townspeople to pull the plow for you.
Right? But it opens
They're like,
up
I'm moving.
So many
Forget this. I'm out.
many options because it gives you things to do on a regular basis if you want to. Mm-hmm. You could even then have a farmer's market, or it gives you another event, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's I think a lot of
that's cool.
things could come with that.
Then with this, it sounds like there could be more options like a beach house.
Right, because maybe that doesn't sound like fun to somebody, but you could still choose to live
maybe in the city if they break it up, because
that's kind of another one of my things.
Sorry.
Well,
the house in the city.
Ish. Yeah. Okay, you go.
Okay. Well, I like that.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
I like having a little farm, a little harvest moon.
Yeah,
making its way
it is
into
a little, so I know, and I always think when I talk about it, I'm like, oh, and then I could have farm animals, but then I gotta stop because my neighbors are all farm animals. Yeah. So I don't know how that part would work, but just the fields and the crops would be fun.
You're stay in the fence,
right?
Just stay in there. Don't leave. You don't get to go home. This is your home.
I hold them hostage. Yeah. Okay, so that might not work, but the crops could work. The field.
All right, yeah. I like it. I like it. So I want. And this is kind of a theme almost. I want more outdoor activities. Pocket Camp allowed us the ability to decorate the campsite with a half pipe. And that half pipe makes me want to be able to play that and have a little mini game and possible leaderboards. So let's say you have people over to your town, you jump on the half pipe and different button combinations do different tricks. Very 1080 or Tony Hawk Pro Skater, things like that. This is basic, right? Maybe you could hit A to do a kick flip and B to do a heel flip. And if you try to do them both fast enough, you've got to decide if you're high enough in the air. Can you pull off two? Can you not? That kind of thing. And have this little high score that, if people come to visit, then they get to participate in that. So maybe just a handful of little mini games like that, little leaderboards. It's like, oh, hey, I came to your town, I set the score on your half pipe, and you're like, oh man, now I have this to do tonight.
Yeah.
Right. And you're gonna kind of see that a lot of the things that are in my list, some are quality of life, and others are things that prolong the gameplay, that keep us playing the game much longer. So sorry about the sirens. I don't know what's happening outside right now.
That's okay.
What's number 2 on your list?
Okay, so kind of along with that, I have like a bowling alley.
Oh, nice.
So give yourself like another activity, and then you could even play it with friends if they're in your town. But you could also still do a leaderboard of sorts if you wanted. I don't know. But I don't know. It could be a fun, like, mini game almost.
No, I like it too. And the other thing is, if you were playing docked, to be able to do motion controls, like Wii bowling, remember back in the day? Like, that was so popular and so fun. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, bowling alley. And I think, and I go into that too, like what you'll hear in my number 4 is very, very kind of similar to that. So number 2 for me is outdoor decorating. Have a yard, have a swing set, have things that, you could jump on the swing or whatever, go down the slide, like just goofy little stuff to interact with, but also to allow you to not only decorate inside, but to decorate, because I know a lot of people will do an inside yard.
And that's just it. They've given us the furniture already, but they never gave us the yard. And then in Happy Home Designer, we do have the yard and more furniture, so they need to bring it over.
Yeah, I think
100%.
that'd be cool. So, okay. Oh, my number 3 gets me so excited. What's your number 3?
Okay. I think it'd be really fun if they did like a carnival that came to town, or like like a carnival had little mini games.
Okay.
Maybe some rides you could go on. Like you have to buy tickets or you win prizes. I don't know, something like that. But just like a little festival that I don't know if it's a seasonal thing or monthly. I don't know, but just a little. I think it'd be really cute.
Well, and it might be kind of fun too, is if that was different for everybody. So you could get an invite. I could say, hey, I have my carnival happening today. If you want to come and check out some of the mini games and things like that, maybe it could be different, just to encourage interaction and getting people going to different people's towns. So
right, and then you win prizes that are like unique that you can't just order or buy.
Sure.
Like more rare.
Yep, I like it.
I think that'd be fun.
I like it. Okay, this one hit me, and I was like, why have I never thought about this? And now I absolutely need it. I want jet skis and a boat. Oh my
goodness.
And I want to be able to pull people that come over on an inner tube behind the boat, but I also want to be able to fish off the boat for maybe some deep sea fish, things that you can't, like, separate fishing from the beach to fishing from a boat.
That could be fun.
And can you imagine jet skis just bombing around?
Like, that'd be totally fun. I love that.
Maybe they could set up a little track or something. I don't know. But now all of a sudden I just want jet skis and boats in Animal Crossing. So
I know. That's fun. Yeah. Well, we could have a whole I like that. Okay.
No, what?
No, I think I have it already somewhere else.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, so what is your number 4?
Okay, so next I think it'd be fun if they had birds, like sightseeing for birds, like different, like, oh, there's an eagle or seagulls on the beach, or I don't know, just like nature watching.
I got you.
You know, like they had in one, you could go up and look at the stars, the constellations, stuff like that. But what if you could and maybe it isn't just random birds flying around, but maybe you do have to go to like a reserve or somewhere that you can like put on binoculars and look, I don't know. I just think it might be fun to look for birds.
Okay. I see. I got you.
Listen to them chirping as they fly around. I don't know. But see, again, there I go back to animals.
Right.
See? And all my neighbors are animals and they're birds. I don't know. Never mind.
I was going to let you have it. I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to let you have it.
Okay, fine. All right.
You can still have it.
Okay.
There's bugs that aren't neighbors, but we catch the bugs. There's butterflies.
Yeah.
So maybe more butterflies.
Maybe.
and chirping butterflies.
Chirping ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
See,
It works.
We'll put the what are they called? Those bugs that make all the crazy noises.
Yeah, the cicadas.
Cicadas. There we go. We could put those with the butterflies. There you got chirping butterfly. You're good.
I'm
See?
good. All right, we're good.
But make it better than just in the museum. It doesn't have to just be in the museum. Like make it like like go and chill out. Like.
Yeah, a peaceful, like, little place.
Yeah, and maybe KK can show up with his acoustic and do a little acoustic set for you with some butterflies. I like it.
I like it.
There you go.
Okay.
So, here we go. This is kind of similar to your bowling alley. Interactive public works projects. So I have an amusement park. I have a go-kart track.
Ooh.
Like, please give me a go-kart track, right? We got jet skis, we got go-karts, and let me try to get the fastest lap.
Yes.
So that, again, somebody comes over, they're like, whoa, you did this in 30 seconds? Oh, I just got 29. See ya. I'm like, oh no, I spent 3 hours doing that, Yep. Now, and I mean, of course, you got to give me some Mario Kart themed carts. And while we're at it, why don't you just give me a Mario Kart theme racing outfit, right? So like these public works projects can also, and maybe, I mean, look, we're going crazy here, but you know what? It's our hopes and dreams.
Okay,
so
yeah.
maybe if you wear the right outfit, it helps you become more aerodynamic so you can go a little faster in the kart, right?
Okay.
You see what I'm doing there?
Yeah.
So interactive public works. I want more than just statues. I want, like you said, like a bowling alley.
Yes.
Like mini golf. Like,
that's
I mean,
a good one.
this could go on and on, right?
Yeah.
Like as far as different little things that just, again, tying into getting, like having fun when people come over. Like, oh, I just shot under, 14 under par or what, whatever it is. Like, it could be fun.
Yeah.
A driving range. Just crack golf balls as far as you can hit them. I don't know. There's so many options.
There really are. Yeah. Okay. So the next one I have is a kite flying festival. I think that'd be so fun to like design your own kite and then like have everybody down on the beach flying their kites.
That could be really cool.
I think it would be so fun.
Yeah. Designing a kite is a really good idea.
Yeah.
People would get so creative with that. I like that.
Right?
I like that a lot.
I like that.
It could be fun.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a must.
Okay.
This has to be in the game. So right now, we kind of have accessories that we can wear, right?
Yes.
Glasses, things like that. I want a backpack that doubles the size of my pockets.
Oh. That would be so nice.
Yes. So if it's similar where we've got to, go to the island to catch bugs that are worth the most bells, we drop them off. We have a backpack that could hold maybe half or 3/4 or even all of that so that we don't have to run back and forth, right? Like it's just a quality of life thing. Buying turnips.
Yeah.
You could buy so many more at a time, right? And it's your choice. If you want to double the amount of pocket space, you throw the backpack on and make the backpacks cool, make them, so you can match your stuff.
Right,
Give me a
they can
Nintendo
coordinate.
backpack, make it look like a Hylian shield like I have right now in real life, something like that. I know I'm just a big nerd, but I don't care. I want it. I want backpacks to double the amount of pocket space.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. That would be helpful.
What's your number? What is this? Number 6?
Yeah. No, I don't. Okay, so community pool and diving board. And so I started to say that when you're talking about the boating but I was thinking swimming. Mm-hmm. But like again, like with the diving board, you could do different dives and jumps off of it for fun, and then just you could swim like laps and race that way, or I don't know. They give you a.
We're gonna incorporate weight into our character this time, so you have to eat, and if you get plump, you could go swim into.
Like your little me character on
Wii Fit.
Wii Fit, yeah. But like they gave us a cute pool on Happy Home Designer, and Pocket Camp. Pocket Camp has all your friends out in the yard swimming, at the pool, lounging, whatever. And I just think that'd be fun.
I like it. I like it. The different dives could be a fun little mini game.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting in shape, I want a running path that keeps people off the flowers.
Oh.
Right? So you can build it how you want. You could basically say path with ledges or path without, right? So that you can set it up to where you could get off at any time and be able to go walk around. But
you could run.
But then if you're running and you're kind of running crazy or whatever, you're not running into my flowers, because I want that perfect town, and you better not mess it up or you won't be welcome back. I'm just throwing that out there right now. You run through a Jacob's ladder, we're going to have words.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's don't be messing with my Jacob's ladders, all right?
Okay. Yeah, that's good. I know, because they just pop up anywhere. So even if you don't plant one, sometimes they still end up there.
I don't even know if you can plant them. It's only from having the perfect town.
Those you can't.
Like replant them, I guess?
Those you can't. Yeah, they do just show up on their own. But any flower. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah, give me a running path. That will keep houses from building on it too, right? Because like sometimes random neighbors just show up and then they'll wipe out a path of whatever. And so maybe too, like maybe give you a designated area for, you know, like I've tried to put all my Jacob's ladders in kind of one area so that somebody doesn't randomly build and then wipe them all out.
Right. Yeah, I put mine all on a ledge right by a cliff.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so that helps. But yeah, that would work. Okay, so quality of life, back to having a debit card again when you're shopping.
Oh, yes.
There's nothing I hate more than trying to buy the stuff up at Gracie's, and there's so much money, you just have to keep running and getting more bells because you can't carry it all. And you know, it's just I don't know what the point is. Like, why can't we just charge it?
And it was already there. Why take it out? Like,
they did have
give us a card. Yeah.
Totally so
makes sense.
I would like that a lot.
Totally makes sense. And while we're at it, let's just do automatic deposit from Nook, so he can just put it right into our bank instead of giving us the bells.
That would be nice too, right? Because like, again, I like that.
It's just another trip. Or have ATMs in random places that you could deposit anytime you want or withdraw. Even if they had an ATM in the store that you could pull the bells out, at least that would help. So, but I like the debit card. That was really helpful. And that was City Folk, I believe, right? Yeah. Yeah, kind of strange that went away. That was a really good.
It was.
That was a good thing.
Very helpful. Yeah.
Okay. This one, I kind of regret putting this one down now, but I think I could flesh it out a little bit. Is more online interaction and more mini games. And so the island has a lot of different little kind of Mario Party style games, things like that. Let's expand upon that. Let's do more of that. Let's do, you know, archery or
duck hunt.
Duck. Oh no, they're real animals.
Oh yeah, we're back. Oh shoot,
keep forgetting.
Well,
do you have amnesia?
We already know I do. Okay, never mind. Play pigeons.
She wants to go and kill all the townspeople. She's like, can we play Friday the 13th? I'll be Jason. I'll just go wipe everyone out.
Okay, no.
Duck hunt, like, oh man, all the townspeople. I feel so bad for them. You want to play whack-a-mole next too while we're at it?
Wow, yeah, that'd be bad too.
Okay, all right. So what do you got?
Okay, so just a more interactive town, like in general. So in Happy Home Designer, like we had restaurants we could decorate and have. You know, you had a shopping mall, you had a school, you had a hospital. And so I don't know that I necessarily like expect to go and, you know, have to go to a doctor's appointment or something, but just to have like more of a city to visit and buildings to look at, I guess. I don't know what the point is, but you know.
Doctor could be funny. You get stung by a bee, they go and apply the ointment for you, or you
that's true. You
trip and fall on your face and you get like some road rash or whatever. You're on the running path, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like just a more, you know, and like, kind of like we've said a little bit, like maybe having a designated area like neighborhoods and I don't know what is more things to go see and do than just have now, you know.
Well, and on top of that, like I was thinking like you said, like a restaurant. And one of the things, I don't have it on my list, I almost put it on, but then I took it off. But like, you know, we can do the coffee shop thing with you know, at the what's his name?
Brewster.
Brewster. There you go. Why not do that to, instead of just getting an item from him, why not like, hey, I'm going to go work the coffee shop today. That's going to guarantee me, you know, 500 bells or 250 bells or whatever, you know, whatever it is to actually like, I could do this for an actual paycheck if I wanted to. Not required, of course, but just another option so that it's like, yeah, this is making me money. And then I'll get into my very last thing. We'll kind of tie into this also. But then like a restaurant, like you could wait tables. We could do that. It doesn't have to be a ton of different things, but just a few other options that were like, maybe you find out some of the animals are bigger tippers than others, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, make it like a root beer tapper or something like that.
Oh my gosh. I love that game. See, I would be in there all the time playing that.
Right. So if it was a fun little mini game, but you could still earn bells,
yeah,
I think it'd be a win-win.
Yeah, I think that. I think so.
Okay. The number 8 for me is I just want more of everything. More fossils, more fish, more bugs, more sea creatures, just more of everything. I want the museum bigger. I want to put more in it. And the main reason for this is just I just want to play this game longer. Okay. So there you go. What do you got? I think this is number 9.
Right. Okay. So this is just kind of silly too, but like different travel options instead of like, we've seen a taxi and we have the train coming in. Like, what about like an airport or something? Like when you go to visit your friend, you go jump on an airplane or something. So
maybe online is the airplane and local is a train or something like that. Yeah,
might be kind of fun.
I know we've kicked around the idea too of having camper and being able to go and actually camp at somebody's.
Yeah.
Where you kind of semi move in, but I don't know how that would work. Maybe they'd have to have always online or something like that they could make something like that happen.
Yeah, that could be fun too.
The airport having to get through security. They're like, oh, this is the one that wants to kill all the townspeople. We better watch her on the airplane. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so number 9 for me is an arcade with like playable pinball machines, high scores, things like that. Like the first Animal Crossing, we've done some YouTube videos, we've done other shows, so I can't remember exactly what we talked about everywhere, right? So, so if we're repeating ourselves, do forgive us, but we had the NES games on the GameCube, and that was so fun to fire that up and go and play those. And so to have even if it was like I think we've mentioned it on here, but if we had it tied to your the Nintendo Switch Online where it was those games, but if you dug it up, it's like, oh, you found Super Mario Brothers 3, right? Even if it was just the cart, and then you could put those carts on a shelf, I'd be all about it. Because it was like and then maybe you could fire it up, maybe not. Maybe just go to the menu and play. It's not that big a deal. But anything that's more Nintendo stuff, I'm always about that. Mario, Zelda, that kind of stuff. Right. But I think pinball machines would be another great, like whether we have an arcade that we could go to and then participate in some of these mini games. And the thing is, they could do just run through the first level of Super Mario Brothers, and whoever sets the fastest time goes on that leaderboard, right? Things like that. Now, obviously, we're talking about a lot of different things here. We're probably not going to see some of these things, but it's still just a lot of fun. And I mean, pinball machine, definitely doable. Especially you could make them themed after different people in the town, or like Tom Nook's jackpot or whatever, and he could have a coin pusher machine, a bell pusher.
Yes,
right? That's all you would do. You would be like, literally just think of anything that gives you tickets at Chuck E. Cheese, and she's like, yeah, put this in Animal Crossing.
Right? For sure. Which was kind of where I went with that carnival. Like, I want to be able to win. Like,
yes.
Yeah,
but. Got it. Okay, what's your number 10?
Well, and I knew that, we had talked about this a little bit, and you would probably bring it up too, but I agree with the arcade. I really want to see, an arcade room. Like, I want the classic arcade games, and that is one of the things I have spent hours playing is, like, going down into my basement and getting onto my little NES and playing, like, Wario Woods. And so it's like, sometimes I'll be on my DS for, an hour or more, and I'm not even playing Animal Crossing. I'm just playing the games within the game.
Well, and this isn't they did this in New Leaf. They added Tetris Attack, and they added that other, like, I can't remember, it was from Amiibo Festival, but it was like I don't even remember, but they added those 2 mini games if you found the DS and you found the Wii U. So it's not, and I like what they did there. Like, continue that. If Tetris Attack, Wario Woods, those games where they could add their little Animal Crossing twist to those games. And I think we're going to see something like that. I would be very surprised if we didn't, especially since we've seen it in New Leaf and it was added after the fact.
Yeah.
So, are you ready for my number 10?
I am. Okay,
this is a little bit longer of a hope, but just bear with me here. I want some rare items to unlock by collecting, let's say not collecting, but let's say Chip is like, hey, once you catch and you deliver 1,000 fish to me, I'm going to give you this rare item. That's only through doing that. Or let's say he wants 500 red snappers. He wants a specific fish, and then have that carry over with the bugs, with the sea creatures, with whatever. Yeah. So that way, when we get our golden items, there's a reason to continue using them. See, they give us the golden item once you get the golden fishing rod once you've caught one of everything.
Right.
Well, now why do I even go fish? I'm probably not going to need money at this point. So it's something that we can be working towards as we're working towards, but it gives me a reason to continue fishing, to just get on every day and be like, you know what? I'm going to catch my 10 fish, or I'm going to catch 20 fish, or I'm only fishing today.
Yeah.
And I want those kind of, if you guys play any kind of like RPGs or MMOs, things like that, you have what's called end game. And so it's what happens like after you beat the game, the stuff you can continue to kind of just grind. And they did this with that, like those, what are they called? Meow tickets or whatever?
Yeah, they did add that.
And so that was kind of a daily thing to do. But if I could continue just playing, because I need to catch 1,000 fish or 10,000 fish. I mean, make it a large number. Make it so that somebody that invests the time gets something pretty cool to show off. Right?
Yeah.
I think it would be great. Make it, maybe it's something like, hey, you've caught 1,000 fish, you've delivered to Chip. He's going to give you a fishing arcade game now that you can go and do something, that's only available by doing that. And so people aren't going to have this thing immediately. You're going to have to work towards it. But I think that's okay. And fishing's fun in that game. And if fishing becomes easier when you get the golden rod, why not give us something to continue fishing for?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, and that would even make like the fishing tournament. Sometimes I mean, how many, trophies can you have?
Right.
And there was I do have some special like bug furniture I think we got from like those, but I like that, because then too, like, it's one of those things I already could see me coming to your town and you would have it first, and I'll be like, dang it, now I want to go back and get mine, or
Right.
So yeah. Right.
So just stuff like that, some end game stuff that's like, I mean, obviously they have some of that already. They have like collect, 1 million bells, collect 10 million bells, or whatever it is, 100 million, and you get different things to unlock. So that's like, okay, well, and you still want to keep fishing for that, but like, give me something that's a little more specific. And the main way to make money in New Leaf was just to go and hunt bugs. Well, I mean, if you're not turning the bugs into just bells at that point to put into your savings, you're giving them over to the character that's going to then give you something for doing that, right? And so I think I think it would be good, and I hope we see certain things like that. It doesn't have to be this exactly, but I just want a reason to keep using the gold items that I've collected.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hey,
good.
That's gonna do it. We're like right near our half hour mark. Guys, you can follow us on Twitter. I'm at N64Josh. She's at N64Jen. We're both on Instagram with the same names. We really appreciate you guys listening. Tweet at us. Let us know what you think. What are some of your hopes and dreams? We want to be able to interact with you guys. I do have a Discord you can join, n64josh.com/Discord. Come hang out, talk Animal Crossing. Guys, we'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.
Bye
Bye now.